I'm crazy about Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, you know, because that's all I saw when I was a kid. See, you all don't even know how, man, how lucky you are. When I was a kid, the only thing you could look at on TV was white programming. There was hardly any black programming. It was a show called Julia with Diane Curl, and she played a nurse, and she's a single parent raising a kid. But mostly it was like only white shows.
Like I'm on
And
Nick at
so,
Night now.
see, all the shows that you guys see on Nick at Night are the shows that we saw every day on TV. It wasn't any cable, wasn't any of that stuff when I was coming up, right?
You never
And
saw
so,
black men on the honeymoon.
exactly, you never saw a black man on a honeymoon, which means black folks wasn't honeymooning now, was they? So basically, what you ended up with is black kids only seeing white people on TV, and that's why. If you notice the worshiping of the white woman, the reason why that is because as a child, all black men in my age group saw on TV, on billboards, in magazine, were white women, okay? Now, you take a look at how it is now. You got black publication, you have black magazines, you have blacks on television, you have blacks on cable. I mean, we didn't have all that when I was coming up. So my only entertainment was myself and the world that I saw through television, which is why when I was a kid, I've actually talked like this my entire life. When I was 12 years old, my mother said, "You're going to be on the radio." And that came from my whole diction, pronunciation, everything came from the world that I was exposed to, television. Because, you know, as a kid, I couldn't go out, couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do anything, right? I mean, man, you talk about some songs. Well, I knew all that old stuff. Start spreading the news. You're leaving today. You're just jealous. Okay.
Call it what you want.
If called by any other name, would still be jealous. Can't whip me, girl. Also, the reason why that show, the Love Advice show, was such a success is because of the fast response. I'm quick. I'm real quick with thought. And everybody has a gift, you know what I mean? Like some people might have a gift with being able to work their hands and do mechanical things like that. My gift was a gift to be able to say exactly what I was thinking at that time. When other people are gathering thoughts and saying, well, okay, I want to say it like this, mine is already registered and I'm coming right back at you. And a lot of that came from, I think, being an only child for all those years and then having younger people, you know, and my parents were strict, man. I couldn't go out, couldn't play, couldn't do nothing, you know, so I was in the house all the time. But that's why I can appreciate a good 8-track tape. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not from here, but I moved to Indiana.
From where?
New York.
Whoa, no wonder.
Wonder what?
I was sitting there feeling this cold vibe coming off of you. It's that New York thing. What part of New York?
Brooklyn.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, now I got it. Why not like, keep it real, son. Keep it real, son. Yeah, I got a lot of friends in New York. As a matter of fact, I've been going back and forth to New York since I was born. My family's in New York. They stayed on Long Island. One stayed in Brooklyn. And I'm trying to think, I had another one. Like Jamaica, Queens, or something like that. But that's in Long Island, so that's the same, right?
Right, most of my stay in Long Island, Uniondale.
Really? Yeah, interesting city. As a kid, I was stuck in the suburbs, you know, so I didn't really get to do anything. But when I came back as a grown man, well, I was hanging out. I mean, you talk about live. I mean, going down to Canal Street, shopping, you know, sitting there doing the wheeling and dealing. And it's a very fast city. Days even go by fast. And you guys just started getting tourist stuff, you know, like the Motown Cafe and All-Star Cafe and stuff like that. Mostly you used to only have like this Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, that old stuff. But you're doing a lot of young stuff now, you know, to attract tourists.
Yeah. Trying to get the young people out of trouble, finding something to do.
Have you ever driven over the George Washington Bridge over to New York?
Into New York?
Yeah. Coming from Jersey over to George? Never done it? Let me tell you. First time I drove to New York a couple of times, and the first time I did it, we was coming across the George Washington Bridge, and it was sunny out. It's a beautiful day, right? And as we're coming over the bridge, I'm looking, and because there's so many tall buildings, they all create shadows over one another. So it's this big, dark, huge, gloomy-looking image, you know, like, remember Batman, you used to come on with the Gotham City kind of thing? And coming from Chicago, you think Chicago's a large city, until you go to a city that's larger than your large city. And I go there, and that city's got to be like 10 times the size of Chicago. And Manhattan, which is what I consider downtown, is a borough, right, of one of the 5 boroughs in New York. But it's so huge. And I'm coming over this bridge, right, so it's nothing but water. And then this huge mammoth thing called Manhattan. All these buildings, I mean, they're just towering over, and they're making shadows, and it's dark in the daytime. I had never seen anything like that before in my life. And that was my real experience in New York when I became a young man, you know, adult age, able to travel and do stuff on my own. and that was the best experience. But as a kid, you know, it's just another city.
Let me ask you this. You said a lot of your family's in New York.
Not a lot, like a couple of uncles,
A few.
cousins,
Okay.
right?
Where are you from?
Okay, now see, you know what? That's the question of the century. I'm gonna tell you what. I am from Chicago. I was born here, but in my younger years, I spent a lot of time in Memphis, Tennessee, and then came back from Memphis, Tennessee to Chicago, and that's where all of those southern kind of slang, twang kind of came from. Right. But to New York people, everybody sound country because you guys talk 100 miles an hour, you know? We're gonna go down to the park, man, and play ball, son. You know, so, you know. I mean, you guys, I mean, everything there is quick.
Yeah.
Here, you know, so we take our time, we talk with our hands, you know. You guys are quick, you know. Man, I don't need to hear all that, man. I don't need to hear all that, man. Just what you want to do, you know. And your cab drivers, man, them got to be the rudest, evilest. I'm in the cab, right? And there's no other traffic on the street except for this one car in front of us. And so we're behind this car. And so I say to the cab driver, you know, can we go around this car, you know? We get where we're going quicker. He turns around, looks at me, pulls the cab over to the side and says, do I tell you how to do your job? Nobody tell me how to do my job. You don't like how I'm driving? You get out my cab. You get out my cab right now. And I with my partner, Wayne Williams, because that's why I went, because his label is the headquarters in New York. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like waiting for my boy to bag me up and go, hey, man, we talking to my boy like that. And he goes, that's right, man, you know, it's his cab, man. He can drive the way he wants it. Well, I tell you.
Y'all walked in, huh?
No, I just had to shut up, and then we kept on rolling, you know.
You just maybe caught a bad one, because Chicago cab drivers ain't all that nice neither.
You know, because I live here. I think because I live here, I don't really get to experience the cab and stuff because I'm always driving everywhere I go.
Okay.
Which is really funny. I was hanging out with a friend. He was talking about the bus line, the green line, the red line. I didn't know what he was talking about. And he said, I can tell you don't catch the bus, you know. And I tell you, I really wish that our society was such that the transit system was just a safe, you know, thing for everybody all the time. But it's not. It's dangerous, you know. As soon as you get some money, I suggest all y'all get a car, baby. Get a car. I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. So now Melba and Lena, you know, which is really funny because those are both famous names in the industry. You got Melba Moore, and you got Lena Come Blow My Horn. You know what I mean? So that's really something, you know. So what made you guys decide you wanted to do this?
I mean, I don't know. It was, you know, it was like handed to us. So why not do it? Why not take it? And we go out. Every time we go out, we meet like famous people and we kick it with them. And they be like, well, what do y'all do? Y'all sing? No. Y'all rap? No. We just cool people.
Y'all just products of, you know, good love from your mother and your father. You can always tell a love child, you know that, don't you? So you can tell her, I can't stand you, child, but y'all the love babies. Your mom and daddy really loved each other. I love you, baby. We had some love children, but you don't see them kids out there. You see them hate babies. I can't stand you, girl. You know, I ain't trying to start nothing.
You was so funny.
Nah, I'm really straight. I mean, don't believe the rumors. I mean, if you heard
it. We ain't talk like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, I want to make sure if there's some rumors out there, you know, let's squash it, baby.
You're a hilarious guy.
Squash it.
A hilarious guy. You're humorous.
There you go. There you go.
That's all I'm gonna say.
And I want you guys to know something, you know. I'm not like other guys, you know, because see y'all gorgeous and whatnot, you know what I mean? You know, I'm attracted to you guys for your mind, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, I haven't done anything but look you in the eye the whole time you've been here.
Woo, we bought the wrong thing, because we going out.
Oh, we going out. We gonna be kicking it. We going out.
I ain't saying like that. We just going out.
So where you guys going out to?
Prop House.
The Prop House. Oh, who's there tonight? Sam? Silk? Is my boy Sam there tonight?
I think so.
Oh, y'all like that house music, huh?
So we going to the Prop House.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow we going where?
Dragon Room.
We Dragon Room. We got invited there.
I'm gonna tell you something. Dragon Room is really nice.
It's
but if
so
you want
little.
something larger and bigger, you know, I want you to come hang out with me sometime at the convent on Sunday. Hold on, I gotta take this call.
We going there.
Hello.
You want us to say we'll be right back in a minute?
You need to call 591.
Thank you.